We've got all of the brakes disassembled on this car. Now we're going to go ahead and get into installing our Wilwood disc brake kit. We're going to go ahead and clean our hub face and where our caliper bracket is going to bolt to the upright or knuckle. We'll get those cleaned up and then get into the install. If you look at your installation sheet, you'll see that we ask you to trim your dust shield so that the new larger size hat rotor assembly will have no interference. In this case, someone else has already trimmed this plate. What we're going to do is clean it up and then go ahead and get into our install. Our first step is going to be mounting the caliper bracket onto the spindle upright. What we want to do is mount it, but don't Loctite it yet. We may still need to shim that caliper bracket this way, so we're going to go ahead and get it into place and tighten it on by hand while we set up the rest of the kit. So on your rotor, there's going to be a flat side, we call that the front side, and a back side. We want to make sure that the hat and rotor are bolted together to the front side. Take your hardware, make sure that you've applied red Loctite, get all 12 of your bolts installed. Set your torque wrench, and then you're going to go ahead and tighten these in a cross pattern. You'll notice that I go from one side to the other side, just like you would a wheel on your car. And I always go back through and just make sure that I've torqued all of them down at the end. Okay, we're ready to mount the hat rotor assembly onto the hub. In your kit, there were 2 different register rings for different year make models. Make sure that you pick the correct one that works on your application. Go ahead and install it onto the center register of the hub, then take your hat rotor assembly and mount it up. Make sure that it's completely flush up against the face of the hub, nothing is interfering. And then to proceed with the rest of the installation, we're going to install 3 of the lug nuts, and in this case with some spacers because the lug nuts aren't long enough, so that we can line the caliper into position. Go ahead and turn the wheel so that it's going to be easier to see your caliper once it's lined up, to make sure that it's centered over the rotor. Okay, we're ready to mount the caliper onto the radial mount bracket that's already been installed. And remember, that bracket's only on hand tight right now because we want to make sure that if we need to shim it this way, in or out, we'll be able to do so. What we're going to do is, per the instructions, start with 2 radial mount shims and then install our radial mount caliper. Once the caliper's in place, take your hardened washers and your nuts and tighten them down hand tight. We want to make sure that nothing is interfering between the caliper and the rotor before we install our brake pads. The next thing we're going to do is take out our bridge bolt assembly and install our brake pads. Make sure that the friction material faces each face of the rotor. So 2 things that we want to check for. We want to make sure that the center line of the caliper is as close to centered over the rotor as possible, and from left-hand side and right-hand side. The other thing that we want to check is that the pad is either even or slightly elevated to the diameter of the rotor. In this case, both are good. Okay, we know that we're centered and that our radial height is correct. So we're going to reinstall our caliper bridge assembly and tighten it down securely by hand. Then the next thing is going to be take your caliper to spindle bolts out one at a time so that your shim or shims don't move, and red Loctite those threads. Go ahead and set your 3/8 torque wrench to the specification in the installation sheet and torque the 2 caliper bracket bolts into place. Since we have our torque wrench out, we're also going to torque our radial mount nuts to the specification in the installation sheet. Let's go ahead and install our steel braided line kit. We're going to start by taking our inlet fitting to the caliper, which is 1/8 inch pipe, and installing some Teflon tape onto it. The next step is, where the caliper inlet fitting, you'll see an 1/8 inch pipe inlet sticker. Remove that and install our fitting. Once we have our fitting installed, take the -3 female side of your steel braided line and tighten it snug onto your caliper inlet fitting. Because this car has an aftermarket strut assembly, we're going to go to where the factory location was on the strut to mount our steel braided line bracket. So now that we've got the steel braided line kit attached to our aftermarket strut, we're going to turn the wheel back to the left and work on this side to install our steel braided line kit to the chassis. So we're going to run the line over to the chassis side where it's going to connect to your hard line on your vehicle. Once you've got those tightened by hand, install your chassis clip. Finish up by tightening your hard line to your new steel braided line kit. Okay, we've got this front brake kit installed. We went ahead and bled the brakes. Now we're going to get it on the ground and go take it for a drive and bed the brakes in per the instructions that come in your kit. If you have any questions about this kit or other Wilwood products, get a hold of us at wilwood.com or 805-388-1188.